Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie or Cakes, and this is kind of a new angle because I really wanted to show off my shirt today. We are going to test out this angle, see how I like it, because usually you guys only see like top up, but no one sees the really cool shirts that I have. And I'm like, you know what? Let's change that. Anyways, before I hop into the base of this video, I wanted to show you guys the things one of my very close friends, Alex, sent me. They sent me this little care package of goodies that they saw that reminded them of me, and I just thought that it was really sweet. It boosted my mood entirely, and I just want to show you guys what they got me. So first of all, they got me this really cute double layer shower cap that's like satin on the outside. I have not used it yet. I am about to toss out my very old plastic shower cap, swap it out for this really cute one that has like unicorns on it, and it's very pretty, it's very cute. I'm super happy to have it. Another thing that they got me, I'm a huge Studio Ghibli fan, and one of my favorite movies is Kiki's Delivery Service. And so they got me this very cute, soft Gigi like coin purse, but they also gave me pins that are based off of some of my favorite Sanrio characters. Like there's Pom Pom Pudding, there's Cinnamoroll, and then this really cute frog stand one. Like these are very cute, and I'm again just thankful that they saw these things and they said, oh my gosh, Debbie would like this. Let me get this for Debbie. Now, one thing that I actually saw when I was at CVS is this palette. I love Pom Pom Pudding, and so they got me the Cream Shop and Pom Pom Pudding's collab palette. It's very neutral, like neutral brown. It's, you know, the brownest of the browns. It's super neutral, and you know what? I'm actually very excited to have it. I don't have too many neutral palettes. I have maybe one or two, and those I wouldn't even say a true neutral because they're more warm leaning. This one doesn't necessarily look warm leaning to me, so I'm very excited to test it out, to try it out. The Cream Shop have so many collabs now with Sanrio characters, and so I think that's really fun. Another thing that they got me, because I love Pom Pom Pudding but I also really like Cinnamoroll, they got me this really cool phone stand. And it's Cinnamoroll, and you can like see his cheeks. You can see his cheeks. I was actually using this. They also got me this very cute Pom Pom Pudding cup. It has very sparkles on the inside. And then the last thing that they got me that I also saw and had been thinking about getting is this very adorable Cinnamoroll like sponge, and then the little sponge holder. I was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. That is everything from them, and so now we can just hop right on in because we're gonna be doing a little declutter. If you've been on my channel here and there, you'll see that I actually really like decluttering. If things are very old, I'll typically declutter it. I don't like giving away like super old used things, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I will sell very gently used or brand new makeup that I just don't use, or I decided that I'm not gonna use this, so there's no point in me having it. I'll give it away or I'll sell it. These things, it's time. It's old. Now I'm gonna lower you down to this really dirty vanity and we're just gonna hop right on in. Okay, so I know that there's no real rhyme or reason. I just started pulling things out of my drawers and I realized, yeah, some of these things are actually super old, super nasty. They should probably go. Number one, I already said that I was going to declutter this, but I ended up using it again. It is the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer, and it's almost empty. And I was like, well, I can just empty it. But then I looked on the bottom and the expiration date was 7/2/2023. So this was probably one of the reasons why I started breaking out. You've got to go. Another thing that I actually really don't want to get rid of, but I legitimately, there's nothing I can do because I can't open it. For some reason, this Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, it broke. Like this broke. And so I put it back on, but it will not properly dispense the primer, so I don't really know what to do. Like, I'm gonna try one more time to see if I can fix it, but if not, I'm gonna have to throw it away. I did get a pretty good amount of usage out of it, and I do think that it's pretty good. Okay, another thing that definitely must go is, oh, I've also had these for years. This is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Liner. It is in Blackest Black. It's, I've dipped into this a lot. I use it for eyeliner, but I typically use this to do my brows. I haven't really been doing my brows like that so much anymore, and I've also been letting my eyebrows grow back in. I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter this simply because it is old, like disgustingly crusty. And the same thing could be said for the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. This is in black brown. Same thing, same thing. I used it up quite a lot. Luckily, I do have this Cream Shop brow, it's actually creamy gel eyeliner. I use it with a drop of Duralene, and it's actually really, really good. So I'm happy to keep that. This is the Revolution Brow Block, and honestly, I just don't really use it. But there's so much product left that I'm just going to have to suck it up and start using it more. The e.l.f. Shape and Stay Brow Pencil, how much is left? Oh, there's plenty. I will keep you. I do like waxing down my brows. Oh, so this is a cookie blusher from Etude House. It is in the shade Apricot Peach Mousse. I don't think they make it anymore. It's very old. Obviously, it's too light for me, but sometimes I would use it to set my under eye. Don't ask questions. But it's also very, very old, and I just don't want to put that on my face. One thing that actually kind of makes me sad to get rid of is because there's still product. The problem with this Cream Shop What the Acne concealer, it's in the deepest shade, Deep 60. This is really great as a contour for me. The problem is that it leaks like a liquid, and I don't understand where it's leaking from, and it gets everywhere. It's gotten over other products again, and it just, no, it can go, sadly. It's already on my hands. Another thing that can go, I've barely used this. You Can Stay. This is not the right shade of the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This isn't C12, but I prefer, I believe it's C13 or C14. I'm still going to keep it because there's so much left. This is Revlon Color Stay 5-in-1. It's in the shade Latte 55. It's okay. It's alright. It's not as creamy as I kind of prefer my concealers to be. And it also has the puff on the end, which I kind of hate. And in the same realm, this is the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating concealer in Mocha. I should have gotten it in a shade lighter because it's supposed to be an eye brightener, but it's darker than me. And I've used quite a bit of it, but I just I don't know. And I don't think it would be sanitary for me to even give this to someone. And I don't even think I have any friends that are exactly this shade. So I'm just gonna, it breaks my heart, but I am gonna declutter that. I've got the Kimchi Chic Multitask Superstar. The Most Concealer. This is a concealer. Oh my gosh, it's thick. It's probably the thickest concealer that I have. It is good, and it does get the job done. It is not in the shade that I would typically order. This was from the first time that I ordered from them. I ended up selling almost everything else or giving it away because the shade was not matching at all. I only have 3 mascaras left, and actually I think what I'm going to do, let me see. Yeah, there's barely anything in there. I use this so much. It's the Almay Volume and Conditioning Mascara. It's good. And Almay, I don't really think Almay is a girl's girl, and I don't really think they're for every girl, but the mascara was actually very nice. Another one I have is the CoverGirl Super Sizer Fibers. It's really kind of chunky, The interesting thing is that the spoolie is super, super small. And I haven't used this one as much, so I'm actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. And then I've got my Rare Beauty Mini that I use all the time. Yeah, there's plenty still in there. So I'm down to just 2 mascaras. I've got my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. This is still kind of relatively new to my collection. How much is... Oh wow, and you can see that I've been using quite a bit. So I'm very excited to use that up. The only thing that I don't like is the tip. Like, I wish it was more of a precision or a point, but it's just not. I think this is the last Essence Camouflage Plus Concealer in Dark Mocha, which is like my skin tone, and it's what I use whenever I spot conceal. I'm not getting rid of this. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna use it up, and that's the only extra that I had. This is a brand new LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Natural. Keeping that. I still have one of my Joa brows. It's the Brow Down to Me dual-sided pencil and gel. I believe this is the gel side. Yeah, there's still plenty of gel. I wish the color was more of a black, but it's just not. And then this is what the tip looks like. How much is left? Yeah, I've still got some usage left in that, so I will be keeping that, of course. This is my skin tone in the LA Girl Pro Concealer. It's in Beautiful Bronze, keeping that. I also use that for spot concealing. This is the Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara for styling and combing. If I'm being honest, I haven't used this in a while, and it kind of looks nasty, but I promise it's fine. I'm probably just going to stick to using it on my brows because I don't think I want any of that to get on my lashes anymore. Okay, I still have my 2 Maybelline Fit Me concealers. This lighter one is in 20 Sand. This darker one is in 50 Cafe. I think that there's still plenty of life left in them, so I will not be getting rid of these. But 2 that I will be getting rid of, sadly, just because they're really, really, really old. These are from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the shade 19, and then this is in the shade 21. And they're thick. Number one, they're super thick. I got this from one of my sisters, and they're orange. Like, they made me look orange, and like I could work with it and I could make it work for my skin, but at the same time, oh my gosh, going on, it just made me look so orange. I think actually I'm probably just gonna get rid of one. I think I'm gonna get rid of 19 because I think 19 pulls just a little bit more orange than 21, and I will keep 21 actually. Straight up orange. Oh my gosh. Both of them are definitely not an undertone that I go for, but I do like that lighter one just a little bit more. This one just looks like a carrot to me. I have this itty bitty wax pencil from Profusion, like a kit that I got back in like 2018. I think I'll just use it up because it's already so small. And then I do have this one e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer in Deep Chestnut. I feel like I actually did use it one time and then I never used it again. Yeah, that's a better undertone for me. Less orange, honestly. So I think I am just gonna start using that one as well. But at the same time, let me see. Let's count how many concealers this is. Except this one doesn't count. This one is another LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fairest. I only use it on my eyelids, so that does not count. So we've got 10 concealers, and I've already gotten rid of 2, technically 3. I think I'm going to get rid of 2 more. Because if I'm being honest, some of these are still very, very old. And if I'm being honest, I don't need so many of them. I have used all of them at various points in time. I will keep the newer ones, but like the super old ones, I think I will just part ways with them finally. So firstly, we're keeping my Pro Conceals. And I also have this one for color correcting. I'm keeping Kimchi. My e.l.f.'s pretty new. My Revolution's pretty new. If I'm being honest, it would really come down to the Maybelline Fit Me's because I do use them quite often. Yeah, this one's actually kind of almost empty. We'll see. We'll see. I will think about it. Let me bring out my highlighters and my blushes, and then we will also go through those just to see if there's anything that I don't want. Okay, there's like way more than I thought was in this vanity. And so now the entire vanity is basically covered with stuff. I'm just going to point things out. I'm going to say whether I'm going to declutter it, whether I'm going to keep it really quick. This is a bronzer, a sunset bronzer from City Color. This was so hard to find. The original one that I had actually cracked. The original one that I had actually cracked when I went on a trip to see the symphony. And it cracked in my carry-on and it got everywhere. And then I spent like 2 or 3 years trying to find it again. It's not going anywhere. I love it. It's a very interesting highlighter for me versus a bronzer. This one I honestly kind of regret buying. This is the ColourPop Pressed Illuminator in Champagne Bubbles. I think it was supposed to imitate Champagne Pop. They made it and then they never brought it back again. It has such an awesome, massive mirror, but the problem is the formula sucks. It's super dry. It barely comes off. Like, where is it? Where's the tone? Where's the champagne at? I'm thinking of trying maybe Durling with it to see if that would help, but if not, I don't really know what to do with it. I'm like, maybe I should just throw it away and keep the compact because the mirror is really good for travel, or if I should just throw the entire thing away. Actually, this is like super expired. I think I'm just going to declutter what's inside of it and keep the packaging because the packaging is pretty good. This was given to me by one of my sisters. It is the recently deceased highlighter trio from Beetlejuice and Revolution. I use this almost every single time I put on makeup lately. I love it. I love it. Sometimes I'll use 2 of the shades together. My favorite one is probably this middle shade, surprisingly. Look at that. It's honestly such a good formula. I was surprised. I don't think they make it anymore, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have this same thing, just not with this packaging. Another highlighter that I'm super happy I could get my hands on. It is from Scooby-Doo and Glamlight. I don't like Glamlight Cosmetics, but I do like this highlighter. It's just dual-sided. I'd wanted a green themed highlighter for so long, and so this bottom one definitely gets the job done. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorites. So that's not going anywhere. I think I got this Bare Essentials. Does this even exist anymore? Pretty sure I got it from my sister, and I think, yeah, it's a little broken. And I believe it's a loose highlighter. I don't really use loose highlighters anymore, but I am going to keep it. I'm just going to use it up so then I can get rid of the packaging. One that I didn't think I was going to get rid of, but now that I'm like looking at it, 18-month expiration date. It's the Joa Crystal Glow Jelly Bomb Highlighter, and they don't even make it anymore. It's really cool because it's like super squishy, but it feels more like a sparkle versus a highlighter. That was a really awful swatch, but it's like super sparkly. I may just use it for eyeshadow now. I don't think I want to get rid of it. I don't think I'm ready. No, I'm not ready. Am I gonna get rid of any highlighter? I have one Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter. It is an of course. Do Trophy Wife. I haven't worn this one in a very long time, but I'm going to keep it because I do want to get back into using that kind of shade. And then I also have this Dream Sequence palette from ColourPop. Super old, but also they're just really pretty. Sometimes they come off as more chunky than I would prefer, but I mean, it's still good. They still have life in them. I'm still gonna use them. Okay, fine. One that I will be getting rid of, sadly, is from the Cream Shop. It was in the Rose Gold Glow, and there was like barely any in it, strangely. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not pushing in enough, but yeah, there's like nothing. The packaging is really cute. I don't think it's reusable, or else I would keep it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could just take the sponge out, clean it out, and put something else in there, if I'm being honest. But do I want to do all that? Well, now I can kind of see some coming out. Or am I lying to myself? No, there's barely anything. I even still had the plastic on it. Look at that. Look at that. Even the plastic was still on the cover. It's such pretty packaging. I think I will try to fill this with something else. I don't have the heart to let it go. But do I need all of these compacts? Really? This is another Cream Shop. This is a Très Chic La Vie en Rose blush. This still has some life in it, so I do still use it quite often. Oh god, I think I just used too much. I might have to do my makeup. It's very, very pretty on the face. I also have two of the OG Sailor Moon highlighters with ColourPop. I don't plan on getting rid of these. I do still use them. This one is in Cat's Eye, which has more of the little like silver shimmers in it. And then the other one is in From the Moon, and it is pink and just matte. So I am going to be keeping those as well. Actually, one thing blush-wise that I am going to be getting rid of is these three. They have seen better days. They're from a very old BH Cosmetics palette. I think I've had these since 2018, 2019. They're just really old. They also smell really bad, so I think it's time for them to say goodbye. But that has been my favorite plum blush in a while, so I do think I'm gonna go find a new one. I'm thinking maybe a liquid. If Juvia's Place has one in like this particular shade, or e.l.f., then I will definitely get it to replace it because these have to go. Here's one of my e.l.f. Camo liquid blushes in Gorge Orange. It's still relatively new. I have one Rare Beauty blush in Grateful. It's the red. I've had this actually for a very long while now. I think there's still some life in it, so I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it. And then I have this ColourPop blush sticks that has made it through so many declutters. So many. Because every time I think I'm going to get rid of it, it just doesn't happen. There's plenty of product left, and it's not really a shade that I'm that drawn to. But at the same time, if I'm doing something very light, the blush sticks does come in handy. And then here's two cushion foundations. This is from Revolution XX, the light mocha. That was my perfect shade. It is discontinued. I'm keeping this. I'm going to use it up. I'm also going to keep the packaging. And then this was a cushion that I made using the Fenty Soft Touch, I think Soft Matte foundation. My shade, I believe, is 445. Gonna keep that. Gonna use it up. Another blush is Physicians Formula, the Strawberry Jam one. The only downside is that the strawberries is just kind of like embossed on top, and it swipes away after maybe 2 uses, but it does have this cute little brush that comes with it. It shows up on me. It smells delicious. It gets to stay. This is from M Cosmetics. It is one of the original like blush drops in Sunset Sky. If I'm being honest, when I got it, there was barely any in it in the first place, which was really disappointing. I think I just kept it because of the packaging. It's a waste of space. There's nothing that I can do with this. I don't really think I can reuse the bottle, so yeah. You're finally going to get decluttered. I do want to get my hands on one of the new ones though, because I like that they changed this at the top. Oh, one of my new blushes that I did use, I believe in one of the last videos where I put on makeup, is from the Cream Shop, of course. It's with Hello Kitty. It's their Berry Cute Cream Blush. And I really like the shade on me. It's super smooth. It buffs out very nicely on the skin. It's a very pretty color. I really, really like it. I have another Cream Shop Mon Cherie French Kiss. And this almost reminds me of the BH Cosmetics blush that I'm decluttering, but it's not deep enough. And this one is also pretty old. But the color is one of the deeper ones that I have. I have these two Revolution Creator liner palettes, and if I'm being honest, I don't really know what to do with them because the formula is not good. It's just not good. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with that exactly. I still have my e.l.f. duo in Turks and Caicos. We're doing really, really good on this side. I have started to use this as like a highlighter sometimes, but I don't really like it that much. And then I've got my YVA Expressions Senpai Blush Palette, which I also really love. That has some beautiful tones of pink and red. Now, if she comes out with a part 2 that's like deep reds, deep plum, deep purple, I would definitely get it. The formula is great. This is beautiful. It's really affordable. It's PLC owned. Please go buy it. I think that's everything face-wise. No, it's not. Wait a minute. I've got my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've really been dipping into this. For some reason, it was not agreeing with my skin one day, and then the next day it was fine. I'm going to keep using it up. I don't think I'm going to rebuy it though. There are a couple things that I like better. It's time to say goodbye. This is the Revolution Beam Dream Face and Body Illuminating Primer, and it was in the shade, I don't know, but it's like a pink. And it smells really good. It's literally like a moisturizer primer. And you can see the pink in it. Actually, now that I think about it, it's almost empty because I have used it quite often. And it's summertime. I should use it more. I'm keeping it. But one thing I will finally be decluttering is my e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I just don't need it anymore. It's almost empty. I still have my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. They're essentially the absolute same, except this one is just slightly more cooling. Both of them are really sticky. I don't need both. I'm going to be keeping my Power Grip. And then this Jowa Sika Blurring and Cooling Primer is also probably going to feel the same. It is brand new. I haven't tried it out yet, so I will be keeping that. So in total for this little declutter, we are getting rid of 12 items. We're going to be saying goodbye to them. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and continue to stay hydrated this summer. Bye!